Hey there, friends. Welcome back to VITALSHAPE Fitness. Let me ask you this. What if I told you that a single, simple move, something as easy as a forward fold, could help protect your back, boost your flexibility, and even improve your circulation, especially if you're over 50? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, today we're diving into what happens when you practice this one fold every day, and why it could be the small daily habit that makes a big difference in your senior wellness. You know, one of the things nobody really warns us about when we hit our 50s is how our bodies start to quietly tighten up. You wake up in the morning, and suddenly that easy stretch you used to do when you got out of bed feels a little stiff. Maybe you've noticed it after sitting too long at your desk or even just driving across town. You stand up and think, whoa, when did my hips get so tight? That's your flexibility quietly slipping away, and it happens to all of us if we don't actively work on it. Here's the thing, after 50, flexibility isn't just a nice to have. It's directly tied to your independence, your comfort, and honestly, your confidence. When your muscles and joints get stiff, simple daily stuff, like bending down to tie your shoes, reaching into the back seat of the car, or even picking up your grandkids, becomes harder than it should be. And that loss of ease adds up. Stiffness makes you move less, moving less makes you stiffer, and suddenly you're stuck in a frustrating cycle. Now let's talk about why this happens. As we age, the tissues in our muscles and tendons naturally lose some of their elasticity. Think of it like a brand new rubber band versus one that's been sitting in your junk drawer for years. The older one just doesn't stretch the same way. Add in years of desk jobs, driving, or just not stretching regularly, and it's no wonder our bodies feel less forgiving. But here's the good news: you can fight back. Flexibility is absolutely something you can improve at any age. That's why adding in something simple, like a daily forward fold, becomes so powerful. It's not about touching your toes like you did in high school gym class. It's about gently teaching your muscles and joints to stay open and mobile, and the payoff is huge. Imagine standing up after a long Zoom meeting without that low back ache. Picture going on a family trip and being able to climb stairs, bend, or twist without that stiff, creaky feeling. That's what flexibility gives you, a body that moves with you instead of against you. So when we talk about flexibility after 50, we're really talking about freedom. Freedom to move through your day with less pain, more energy, and a whole lot more confidence in what your body can still do. All right, let's get real for a minute. Back tension is something almost everyone over 50 complains about at some point. Whether it's that nagging tightness after a long day of sitting at your desk, or that stiffness you feel after a car ride across town, the back seems to be the first place where stress, sitting, and time all gang up on us. And the truth is, most of us don't stretch nearly enough to keep those muscles happy. Now here's where the forward fold comes in. This one simple move has a sneaky superpower. It lengthens the spine and gently stretches out those tight muscles along your back, hamstrings, and hips. Think of it like hitting the reset button on your posture. When you bend forward and let your head and arms hang, gravity does some of the work for you. It gently pulls everything down, creating space between the vertebrae in your spine. That space relieves compression, and that's often what causes that achy, stiff feeling in the first place. Picture this: you've been sitting at your laptop all morning, answering emails, maybe leaning forward a little more than you should. Your shoulders are tight, your back feels compressed, and your energy's starting to dip. Instead of pushing through, imagine standing up, taking a deep breath, and folding forward, even for 30 seconds. Suddenly, that dull pressure in your lower back starts to ease up, your head feels lighter, and your whole body feels less cramped. That's not just in your head, it's your muscles and joints saying thank you. Another thing that makes the forward fold so effective is how it stretches the hamstrings. Tight hamstrings are a major hidden cause of back pain, especially as we age. When they're shortened from too much sitting, they pull on the pelvis and put extra strain on your lower back. By folding forward and giving those hamstrings some love, you're actually taking stress off your spine. And don't forget, this doesn't have to look like some perfect yoga pose. You don't need to touch your toes or force yourself into a deep stretch. Even bending halfway, keeping your knees slightly bent, and just letting your upper body hang can release a ton of built-up tension. It's not about how far you go, it's about making space, loosening things up, and giving your back the relief it's been begging for all day. You ever notice how sluggish you feel after sitting for hours? Like your whole body just slows down. Maybe it's after watching a movie, driving across state lines to see family, or grinding away at the office all morning. Your legs feel heavy, your energy tanks, and even your brain feels foggy. That's not just age, it's poor circulation at work. And here's the exciting part. A simple forward fold can actually wake your circulation back up and give you a noticeable boost in energy. When you fold forward, you're doing something powerful. You're sending fresh blood flow down toward your head, your brain, and throughout your upper body. Think of it like unclogging a pipe in your house. Suddenly, everything flows better. That increased circulation brings oxygen and nutrients to your muscles and your brain, which is why people often feel more alert and even more relaxed after holding a forward fold for just a few breaths. Here's a picture I want you to imagine. You're on your third cup of coffee by mid-afternoon, trying to push through that post-lunch crash. Instead of heading back to the kitchen for more caffeine, what if you just stepped away from your chair and folded forward for 30 seconds? That rush of blood to the brain can snap you out of that fog, leaving you feeling clearer, calmer, and more energized, without the jitters or the crash that comes with another latte. Now, let's talk legs for a second. As we get older, circulation in the legs naturally slows, especially if we sit a lot. That's one reason people over 50 often complain of swelling, stiffness, or feeling heavy in the legs. A forward fold helps counter that by encouraging fresh blood flow down and then back up when you rise. It's like giving your legs a little pump of energy, which is why so many people say they feel lighter and looser after doing this move. And don't worry, this isn't about turning yourself upside down like a gymnast. Even a gentle bend, with your knees soft and your hands resting on your thighs or shins, can still create that shift in circulation. The key is the change in position, taking your body from upright to forward. Leaning is enough to get things moving. It's such a small move, but the payoff is a refreshed mind, re-energized muscles, and that sense that your body's awake again instead of dragging through the day. Now let's talk about something that really starts to matter more and more after 50. Balance, posture, and keeping your joints healthy. You might not think about these things until you have a stumble in the grocery store parking lot or your knees feel stiff climbing the stairs. But here's the truth. Your balance and posture aren't just about looking confident. They're about protecting yourself from falls, moving with ease, and keeping your joints working the way they're supposed to. So how does a simple forward fold fit into this? Let's start with balance. When you fold forward, you're challenging your body to stay grounded, even if it's just for a short moment. You're shifting your weight, engaging your core, and teaching your muscles to work together to stabilize you. Think of it like giving your balance a little daily tune-up, just enough to keep those small stabilizing muscles awake and ready for action. Over time, this can actually improve your coordination, which is key for preventing trips and falls. Now posture, this one's big. So many of us spend hours slouched forward, whether it's at the computer, scrolling on our phones, or even sitting in traffic. Over the years, that rounded posture becomes the new normal, and before you know it, standing up straight feels almost impossible. The forward fold works like a reset button. By stretching out the spine and releasing tightness in the back and shoulders, you create space to stand taller afterward. And here's the kicker. When you finish a fold and slowly roll back up, your body naturally wants to align itself. You'll notice you're standing straighter, breathing deeper, and even carrying yourself with a little more confidence. And finally, joint health. Our joints crave movement and circulation. They stiffen up when we don't use them, which is why people often say they feel rusty in the morning. The forward fold gently moves the hips, knees, and even ankles, keeping them lubricated and mobile. It's like giving your joints a gentle oil change every day. You're not forcing anything. You're just encouraging natural movement that keeps those joints from locking up. The beauty of this move is that it doesn't take a lot of time or effort, but little by little it strengthens the habits that keep you upright, steady, and moving with confidence. And when you think about it, those are the exact things that give you freedom in your everyday life. All right, now before you jump right into trying this stretch, we need to talk about something super important, doing it safely. Because here's the truth, the forward fold is powerful, but if you rush it, force it, or do it with poor form, you could end up creating more tension instead of releasing it. And the last thing we want is to turn a good stretch into a source of pain. First thing, don't worry about touching your toes. Seriously, that's not the goal here. A lot of people picture this stretch as some gym class challenge from back in the day, but that's not what we're after. The focus is on gently hinging at your hips, not rounding your back and straining to reach the floor. Imagine you're bowing forward politely, not collapsing down. That little shift in mindset makes the move safer and way more effective. Second, keep a soft bend in your knees. Too many people lock out their legs, and that can put unnecessary strain on the lower back and hamstrings. By bending your knees just a little, you give your muscles permission to relax instead of fight you. Think of it like lowering the pressure so your body can actually open up. Another big tip, listen to your body's signals. A stretch should feel like relief, maybe even a gentle pull, but never like sharp pain. If you're holding your breath or gritting your teeth, you've gone too far. Ease up and let the move work with your body, not against it. Also, timing matters. Don't go into a deep fold first thing in the morning when your muscles are still cold and tight. Try it after you've moved around a little, maybe after your morning walk, while waiting for coffee to brew, or even during a mid-afternoon break from sitting. That way your body is warmed up and ready to stretch. And here's one last tip. Come out of the fold slowly. Don't snap straight back up. Instead, roll up vertebra by vertebra, stacking your spine gently until you're standing tall again. That protects your back and helps you avoid feeling lightheaded. When you do this move the right way, it's not only safe, it's something you can do daily with confidence, knowing you're protecting your back, caring for your joints, and giving your body exactly what it needs. So here's the challenge I want to leave you with. Try adding this one simple fold into your daily routine. It doesn't take long, you don't need any fancy equipment, and the benefits add up faster than you'd think. Start with just 20 or 30 seconds, listen to your body, and notice how much lighter, looser, and more energized you feel afterward. And hey, if you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future tips to keep you moving strong after 50. Share this video with a friend or family member who could use a little extra back relief. And let's spread the word that wellness doesn't stop at any age, it just gets smarter. All right, friends, take care of your body, keep moving, and I'll see you in the next one.